my goodness gracious. Oh, that's good.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Ray. You just caught us talking about the recent passing of a relative, Harrington.
And I'm Chuck Staten. Very upset. No. My voice is still like this. I'm so sorry. It's coming back. I promise. Next episode, I'm going to be a regular person again.
You know when it's
regular Chuck
voice-wise.
You know when
So today, what are we doing today, Brad?
we're gonna read emails from listener viewers
Of this podcast.
of Funbearable.
Okay,
this
yeah.
podcast.
And when we do that,
oh no,
we love to say,
oh no,
3, 2, 1, crack that sack! Yeah!
Confetti.
Disco ball.
It's like Victory Day. It's all happening. Oh, a sailor is grabbing a woman and aggressively kissing her against her will. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, it's all happening.
Yeah.
this email.
Most patriotic sexual assault.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton would beg to differ.
Well, I would like to just say that sailor had a good job.
I don't have much,
But I got,
don't take it away from me.
Don't take this away from me. That's my legacy.
This email is from July 15th, 2023.
Wait, current, like sort of current year?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Within the past,
How did we do
6
so
months.
good, or how did people stop writing, I guess is the question.
we're pushing. We're
There's
pushing.
a lot.
Oh, okay.
Happy 50 Funbearable episodes, gentlemen. Depending on when this is read, happy 100th episode. LOL.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's somebody who knows
We're
us.
catching up. We're making a concerted
effort.
We're making a very
Concerted
concerted
effort.
concerted effort to catch up on
Concerned
the emails,
effort.
and we've done a bunch of email episodes, and we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see where we are at the end of this. It's gonna be interesting.
I've been listening since episode 1 after I heard Chuck and Brad on the Codex Prime 300th episode.
Wow,
That was a good time.
that was a live episode of our friends in Providence, Codex Prime. Didn't I? What did we do on that one?
Cry.
Yeah,
Dex Prime.
we called Victor bougie.
Yes,
And we argued about that. And we ate a lot of the chicken wings they had
Oh,
brought.
the chicken wings. I remember.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And
All right.
if you're not familiar with Codex Prime, if you are a member of the Funbearable Facebook group, you are aware of the Codex Prime because they post every new episode in a completely different podcast's fan group.
Just wanted to congratulate you all and Your Honor, requesting permission to waffle out of here to my diarrhea castle.
Ah, there we go.
Wow, 3 of them.
Yeah.
In 1 cent.
Thank you, SL.
Man, Your Honor, I that might be my favorite one.
Yeah, I love it. I do love it.
There's a footer on the email, and the mailing address is in Texas.
Oh, nice. That's good to know.
How on earth do we have a Texas? I
Well,
mean, I
how
guess
do
if we
they
have
see
a
us?
German.
How on earth?
Well, it's how did they see us live in Providence? That's kind of strange.
Oh, visiting.
I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, another email. This is
Maybe
from,
they moved. It's been some time.
Next of kin.
My grandpa really loved that podcast.
This is from July 27th. It's from Patrick. Hey, Fun Bear Squad. I'm listening to the new Alan Jackson Fitzgerald episode and loving all the peeing in pools talk.
We did do a lot of that.
Yeah, talk.
When I was a wee lad, all my cousins would swim at my uncle's pool. I was around 5 or 6 and was peeing in the pool.
Nothing good can come from an uncle's pool.
One of my dorky cousins yelled to the adults drinking on the porch and watching us and told on me. So they yelled and told me not to pee in the pool.
How would the person know that they're peeing?
I don't know.
Does this person have a pee face?
Probably.
Young children, like my son, or like toddlers
Yeah, that's
of
true.
any kind. Every parent knows that toddler's pooping face. Because
Yeah.
they'll be doing something and then suddenly
I know.
just get really quiet.
I know Chuck's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck's
It's
pooping
that.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
They yelled at me and told me not to pee in the pool. They told me to get out and pee along the tree line. Instead, next time I had to pee, I climbed up the ladder to exit the above-ground pool. As I was standing at the top of the ladder, I whipped my mini-me out and peed in the foot-washing bucket at the bottom of the ladder.
That's funny.
The whole porch of adults erupted in laughter. Side note, the foot-washing bucket was water to clean grass and dirt off your feet before entering.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old, and I still pee in pools and any body of water I enter, even jacuzzis.
No.
Oh, Mr.
I have no shame.
You
and
should.
will not exit a body of water to pee. Yours truly, OG Fun Bear Patrick, number 10214. Still loving the pod every week, and this week I was cracking up and having some nostalgia. Pee nostalgia.
I think that's good.
Thank you, Patrick.
Any bottle or what? I'm glad to know that because, recently we were talking about Chuck's trip on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And I think you jokingly said like a Funbearable cruise at some point. Were that to ever come to fruition, if Patrick's there, no pool access at all.
Yeah,
he has to wear a special wristband that says no pool, no jacuzzi. What you do in your tub is your own business.
Yeah, no ocean.
No.
Ocean I'll allow. I'll allow the
He's going to
ocean.
be swimming next to you on an excursion.
Let me put it this way. If you're in the ocean, Patrick's piss is the least of your worries.
All right, how about this? Instead of everything you just said, how about we just make him Brad's chicken partner?
So hot. It's so hot.
God, the water's so hot on my nut.
Brad comes home. It's like, ooh, did you get a lot of sunburn on your neck? No.
It's a rash.
It's chafing.
Diaper rash.
From July 28th, from Jack. Subject, Santa was ginger. In the movie- There's a YouTube clip. In the movie Santa Claus is Coming to Town from 1970, it shows the origin of Santa. When he's a young man, he has red hair. When he becomes an older man, he even grows a ginger beard.
Yep.
Hope that helps solve the debate. Your
Hell
loyal
yeah.
fun bear, Jack.
I believe if memory serves, which, oh boy, it needs to, I believe I was in the camp that said Santa Claus was a ginger
Yeah, you were.
losing all of the, what is it?
Pigment?
Keratin in their hair? I don't remember. Whatever.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I think he was a redhead.
I buy that.
Santa's a redhead.
I think so. It makes him jollier in my eyes.
And we have conclusive evidence.
Because blonde would be disgusting.
Blonde would be certain people's perfect Santa. Aryan Santa. Right?
Hello.
Is your beard gray now?
Yeah, it's more sugar than cinnamon.
Yeah.
At this point.
I think so, yeah. That's fine.
Interesting.
I think it makes you look distinguished.
Thank you.
You do?
Yep. I would believe him if he told me something about a book.
I do. I do that, but it doesn't have to do with his beard.
Yeah. Let's do with my know-it-allism.
Yeah.
This email is from August 4th, so we're already through a month.
Thank you for listening, August.
Yeah.
August the 4th, you said.
Yes. This is from Tony C.
Oh.
Hey guys, I love the TMNT episode. It brought back a lot of great memories. I'm a little younger than Brad, slightly older than Ray, and way older than that young buck Chuck.
Mm-hmm. Everyone is.
Chuck, you're like a year younger than me.
Yes.
My youthful whimsy.
Oh.
My exuberance.
Medically speaking, yes.
Your Honor, I shouldn't be held. Yeah, whatever. So my experience with the turtles is pretty similar. I had totally forgotten about Crunch-a-Bungas,
Oh, yeah?
but I remember insisting my mom buy them for me at the grocery store. I actually went to the TMNT live show. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I do recall it was a lot of fun. I am pretty sure I still have the tour program somewhere at my parents' house.
That's cool.
I
Wow.
watched the shows, read the comics, saw the movies, everything. I was all in on TMNT. My first experience with the TMNT comic was actually one of the old black and white issues. My parents took me to a local comic store, and that was all they had. $8 for a comic felt like a lot at the time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it was the issue where they cut off Shredder's head and put it on a pike. Needless to say, I was the coolest elementary TMNT fan at school until it got all TMNT stuff banned from the classroom.
Oh.
Yep.
You heretic.
As far as the multiverse goes, which apparently we also talked about around this time, I think all the multiverse stuff popping up in the 80s and 90s is a result of those writers growing up with Michael Moorcock. Please pause to allow Chuck to giggle over his last
I
name.
was just thinking of a thing.
I was also thinking of a thing.
Michael Moorcock.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This is entrapment.
That's funny.
His Eternal Champion and Elric books. These pretty much define the multiverse as we know it today. I personally love these books. If you are wondering why Elric is not more popular, well, the character is sort of a pasty-faced, whiny, anemic emo elf who is suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, practices witchcraft, and pretty much worships Satan. Try selling that to some kids, Big Hollywood. Hope you're doing well, Tony.
Wow.
You caught me midpoint.
Yep.
I was pointing at you during all of that
That's
description.
fine. Suicidal, homicidal, genocidal.
Pasty elf, suicidal, homicidal. You add in some sort of, penchant for plainness, and you got yourself Brad.
You know who you got? Bradley Lescock.
Hey, Bradley Sumcock.
I don't know how less would be possible.
Bradley Sumcock.
He said thumbcock.
Also accurate.
Look at his knuckle.
Look at that nail.
Both picked a different aspect. Look at this print.
Every human has different.
Thank you, Tony. I also
Yes,
love the
thank
turtle.
you.
And I think it's fun that you got him banned. That's a badge of honor, ultimately.
Sure, yeah.
At the
yeah,
time,
yeah.
it's a bum out, but eventually it's fun.
Yeah.
This one is from August 4th. It's from John. For Chuck, hey babe, I'm on episode 16, Funbearable. You're talking about all the hate you've gotten from Tuesdays with Stories fans. I've been a Tuesday since 2017, and I think you're the perfect addition to the podcast. I love hearing you on there, and the ideas you bring to the table are always so fun and creative. I started listening to Funbearable because I needed more Chuck.
Wow.
It sucks that the haters write in more than the lovers, so here's an email from someone who loves you, XOXO, John.
John, thank you very much. I appreciate it, buddy. I love that.
Man, Chuck said he was sad one episode, and he's still getting the support. Makes me sick.
Gross.
Should have said I was fucking sad. I was sad. I'm sad all the time.
I'm more sad. I don't know. I've said my grandmother, who meant a lot to me, died many times on the podcast. I don't think there's been a single sorry about your grandmother.
When did she
episode.
pass away? We're on August 4th.
Well, nope.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these are all jokes.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Our Shopify is connected to our email, and so now I'm just here we go.
Yeah.
Here we are. This is from Jack. Crack That Sack Part 1. Hey guys, a little update since December of 2022 when I wrote you that original email. I did not get together with that girl I ended up blocking. I honestly can't even remember who she was, even though I sent you an email about her.
We were very supportive. I remember that. We said, no.
We're about to be less supportive. I'm glad you are all doing well, and congratulations on 1 year of the pod. I can't wait to keep listening. And yes, Ray, I would let Santa Claus eat my ass. I can only imagine how good that beard would feel. Your loyal fun bear, Jack.
Why did you think I wouldn't like
I love that.
I was the
love that.
proponent of I think Santa Claus
Just question how
would be a
hygienic it
very
is.
generous lover.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a giver.
He is. That's his whole thing.
He'll spend hours down there. Are you kidding me?
Move to
And he's
already read on the
mythical,
show.
so his tongue does not get tired. And his beard, you said something about his beard. It's unhygienic. How dare you?
2 pillows and put them on the ground as like knee pads.
That's what he does.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
And for him, he just considers it all flavor saver, baby. Yeah. What he likes is when man or woman grabs that hat and treats it like a joystick.
He'll come off.
Yes.
Oh no, it's on there.
I had it surgically. This one is from
Bobby pins, baby.
This one is from September.
Let me eat your ass.
The idea of treating Santa's hat like a ponytail when you get
Just him looking at an ass and going, ho 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 ho.
so stupid.
It's from Corey.
Oh, don't rock me around. I'm too full of cookies. Oh. Oh, the milk. Oh, you can hear it sloshing. It's disgusting. Oh. You might want to, don't get on top, baby. You'll get seasick.
you have these little boots in the air.
Yeah. Now let me give you your toys.
Santa Claus is for children.
Time to stuff that stocking. Oh, he's for children, yes, but Santa Claus after dark.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was Santa Claus after dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is from Corey from September 7th. So we've made it through the month of August. We are catching up. Hey guys, just wanted to apologize for my last emails to the show. For whatever reason, I was sending in stories from my past that weren't appropriate for the show. I want to especially apologize to Brad if I made him uncomfortable while reading them. I have that weird disorder from listening to too many podcasts where I think I'm being funny. Anyways, love you guys and love the show.
That was the one where he went to like Hollywood and was or
Oh,
something.
right.
He was brought to, like,
Yeah,
someone's
yeah.
house.
So I sent back 20 question marks and said, no need to apologize at all.
Yeah.
Then
No, the story was great,
No,
Corey.
here's another email replying to Corey. Hey, Corey, this is Chuck.
Uh-oh.
Unlike Brad, I do think you need to apologize.
I forgot.
Your emails did not make Brad uncomfortable enough.
Yeah.
Please make your emails in the future so disgusting and upsetting that Brad walks away from the table several times while trying to read them. For shame.
And you said
Chuck.
this is Corey?
I said
Yeah.
that to Corey, yeah.
Corey, I want you to write a nice email that is a erotic telling of Santa eating that ass.
Yeah. Starring
And
Brad.
That way Brad has to read it out loud for the emails. A moment ago, I had a real funny about Santa eating that ass still. And you were reading the email and oh, it was so funny. And then it flittered away. And I shouldn't have even brought it up.
Sorry.
It's okay. I wish I remembered.
This is from...
I remembered.
Good. Let's hear it.
Remember on USA Network in
Yes.
the 90s?
Yeah.
An erotic show called Silk Stalkings?
Yeah. Oh!
I never watched it. I never
First-
watched it.
I
this
never
is-
watched it, but I know it.
This is the Santa version, and it goes back to Silk Stockings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm on board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if Rhonda Shear is coming up next. This is from September 9th. Hey, Funbearable boys. Sorry for a longish email, but I have words to say. Nice ones.
Uh-oh.
I found the pod after it was plugged on Tuesdays for the first time and proceeded to listen to Chuck and Brad, Undependent, and the whole backlog.
Wow.
I drive for work, so every Wednesday I can't wait to listen to you all. I've loved every single thing you've done, from Dr. McFrankenstein to interviewing Ray Lucas.
Yeah.
I think George Lucas?
I wasn't
Ray,
even there.
Ray Lucas, former quarterback for the Jets. Brad's dry humor and insight, Chuck's energy and creativity, and Ray's analytical / comedic angle blend together.
Silk Stockings.
Pretty good.
P.S. Number 48, scheduling snafu. I have lots of time to think over gay / straight desserts.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
I've-
become a bit, by the way.
And
Yeah, I know.
I've come to this conclusion. Straightest or manliest is Betty Crocker pan brownies because very low effort in decorating. It looks like dirt or mud.
Sure.
Very easy difficulty level. You get right out of the box and can bring to almost any social event and not be accused of being too fancy, i.e. gay. But
I eat gay.
if you're going the has to be made from scratch option, it's
Yeah.
wild berries and outdoorsman would scavenge himself. PSS, you can read this in the Crack That Sack episode if you'd like, and by my estimation, it will be about March of 2024. Hello from the past.
Ooh, so
We're
close.
so close.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little too late with your estimation. I will say this. Berries, I'm going to, hold on, let me put on like homophobic uncle hat. Can I borrow a hat? Berries? I believe you'll find that to be the literal definition of gathering, not hunting.
I was gonna say
Right?
though. I was gonna
No,
say
just
that
kidding.
like a trail mix type of thing. It's pretty straight.
Trail mix?
But is that not a dessert?
That's not straight, nor is it a dessert. If somebody handed me trail mix for a dessert, I would be throwing those nuts and raisins right back in their
Chuck
face.
loves GORP.
oh my God. We gotta
Oh,
talk
if
about
there
this.
was a word that summarized Chuck's sexual prowess, GORP would be that word.
I never even knew the word GORP.
Yeah.
Until Brad brought it up.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I hate the word GORP.
I did not bring
And
it up.
everyone I meet, I tell them that Brad calls it GORP and they hate it.
Your mother brought it up.
Your mother brought it up.
How dare you?
What is it?
Your mother gorps.
It was Pat.
It was grapes, raisins. What is it?
Good old raisins and peanuts, right?
Yeah.
Good old?
I
Yeah.
thought so.
You know what is insane though?
Or it was like some like grapes, oats, raisins, and peanuts. Like they were.
I don't think
differing-
grapes, but yeah.
You know what's insane? Where I heard Gorp first
Mm-hmm.
was when Goofy was talking about getting a blowjob. He said "gorp it down," and it was really weird. Yeah. He said "gorp it down." You know, it's hurry up, Max is going to be home soon. It's like, oh no,
It's Goofy
and it's
after
that
dark.
cow. Wasn't he like fucking a cow?
Yeah, there's a cow.
Yeah.
Well, it's up in the air whether or not Goofy is a dog or a cow.
Right.
Still. He kind of is a dog
And
now.
I know we brought this up previously. Still no idea what happened to the mother in the Goofy movie.
That's right.
You know? Mm-hmm. But they go camping in that movie. They could have used some Gorp.
I was going to say.
But they wouldn't have. They would have called it trail mix.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Goofy would have felt uncomfortable with Max
Yeah.
saying Gorp.
Yeah.
Because he'd be remembering what
Max
he'd
is
been
like,
doing.
gorp, gorp, gorp.
And Goofy's like,
Steam is shooting out his ears.
he rockets out of there. Ah!
Gorp. You know what Brad is the king of? Brad is the king of humor, where an innocent character says a thing that the character thinks to be innocent but is sexual to someone else.
Yeah.
We used to have a running joke about how when he was young, he used to think that like fingering someone was giving a butterfinger. And so we had this
Stop. Is that real?
No.
Oh.
It's a Chuck Truth.
That's a Chuck truth. That's a Chuck truth. We need a stamp to come up.
Yeah.
I'm talking the whole screen turns black and white. Red stamp.
Yeah.
Chuck truth.
Yeah. No, but we used to always joke about that.
Yeah,
Finger me.
and it was the idea of like, oh, I tried to finger my date at the prom, and it was I tried to give her a butterfinger.
Yeah.
And then Chuck's like, I can't believe you did that in the limo. Everyone's around, and I'm like, what's the big deal? My uncle fingered me the day before. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that conversation.
That's good stuff. Every new one is so funny. Keep going. We had another thing. Remember this?
Oh no.
We had the idea of the
Don't make us one unit.
candy truck.
Brad, too late.
Remember the candy truck, Milk Me, and all that stuff like that? It was like
What?
Milk Me, and you had to throw in the Milky Ways. Remember that? We had a thing where it was like a sketch, basically.
Oh, okay. I
Where it's
understand now.
Where
Yeah.
it's this- we have all
Finger
these-
me, milk me.
Milk Me,
Yeah.
Blow Me
Yeah.
for blow pops.
Yeah.
And it was yeah, that's funny.
just
What
that.
would a Reese's peanut butter cup be?
Cup Me.
Cup me?
It's not bad. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll write them down.
Yeah.
September 14th, from our pal Sherry. I'm consulting with my lawyer friend, but after this week's episode, I'm curious about your opinions.
Gorp.
If a police officer... Nope.
It was a concerned ejaculate. So it's like gulp, but also
Why do we... Why, 3 episodes in one night.
because we get to this joy.
Yes, yes.
Flying too close to the sun.
It's like we're in the Bahamas.
It's like, yes, we're flying too close to the sun in Rhode Island, which means we're walking on the beach in the Bahamas.
This is where I imagine it would be used. The gorp, right?
Right.
Is Goofy is having sex.
Yeah.
Good job.
And it's like he's playing hooky from work. He's gonna be in late.
The best.
He's having sex with like another kid's mom. They're having an affair, and Max is home sick from school.
Oh no.
No, he's not home. He went to school, right?
Oh.
But it's like early in the morning.
There's a power outage at school.
No.
Oh, okay.
He gets let out of school
Yeah.
because it's early in the morning. He comes home. He knocks on his dad's door, and he's like, Dad, we got to turn on the TV. Tower 1 just fell.
Oh, no.
And that's when Gorp.
You know, a Goofy's job that he missed that day. Was air traffic controller.
Oh, no, I thought you meant it was going to be in one of the towers.
I knew he was going to save 9/11.
Oh,
In your eyes.
He would have. Sorry, Sherry.
that's a lot on my conscience.
If a police officer were turned into a vampire, would the warrant allow him to enter someone's
that's
house without
right.
permission?
Yeah.
Dan, you know what's so fun about
That's a fantastic question.
It is
Sherry.
a great question. I like the Crack and Sax episodes because we are reminded of really fun little bits that happened.
that we never would have remembered otherwise.
Right, that ultimately should have been like the whole episode. We could have just dived so deep on these things.
Yes.
And this was the question of traditionally vampire stories, a vampire cannot enter your home unless they are invited in.
Right.
And I posited the question of a car.
Well, let me put a pin there and read this next email.
Another email about it, but that was I want to cover this issue with the warrant though.
Yep. Well, let me just read this.
Yeah, you read that.
Ray / this is from Sam. Ray / Chuck / Brad. Your discussion on whether or not a vampire needs permission to enter your car sent my brain on a spiral about the concept of ownership.
Shit!
If
We
you
just turned somebody into a communist.
If you still have payments due on your car, does the vampire need permission from you or the lien holder? I wonder
it's so
the same
complicated.
in regards to renters or if you owe on your mortgage. Can the vampire get permission from your landlord or mortgage broker? What if the vampire is your landlord or mortgage broker? Gotta read those lease agreements.
That's funny.
Wow! Yeah.
That's very funny.
See, I like this because it's entered so many little offshoots and alleyways here.
Let's be, if someone doesn't know what we're talking about, the concept that a vampire can't enter your home unless you invite them in, we were combining it with what if a vampire was a policeman and they had a warrant to enter your home. That's where it started, right?
No, it started with the car.
Oh, it
As I
started with
said
the car?
earlier, I said if would that count for your car?
Oh,
right?
could the vampire enter your car?
Right, and then the email came in about what if they were a police officer with
Oh,
a
I see.
warrant?
Okay, yes,
right. So
yes.
they've been given quote unquote permission.
I see.
I would say with the warrant, I think the darkness of vampires don't understand the idea of like lawful entry.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff, right? Because like a warrant for a police officer is to enter your home without your permission.
Right.
Oh, right.
So permission is invalid
Yep.
in that
Okay.
regard.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
Honor.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about that. Now, it gets really murky about this idea of ownership and like the home and if you're a renter and stuff like that. I think at some point, like if vampires were real, if the Bram Stoker's Dracula version, the movie, the film version, if he was sitting here right now in that crazy red outfit, you know what I mean? I think he would be like, ugh, who cares? Right? Like, I think it would get so muddy, he would be like, fine, I just won't go in. Who cares? Whatever.
I like
just, like, leave.
he's like, all right, let me look at your ID has this address on it. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't own the building. He's like, well, you live here, you're domiciled. Like vampire lawyer. I think that's what we need.
I like the idea of a Dracul. The comedic version is this Dracul is so hell-bent on getting to you in your home.
Yep.
That they are wearing costumes.
Oh, yeah.
There's like I want to see a vampire dressed as a UPS delivery driver or an Amazon Prime truck driver.
Cable repairman.
Yeah, and just every time, just like, and they're standing at the door. Can you sign for your package?
Yes.
Oh, my tummy is rumbling. Do you mind if I use your bathroom? And they're like, nice try, Dracula. I'm like,
no,
damn it!
I was gonna say if you had someone that had the voice and they keep trying to hide their identity and like maybe they even have something in front of their face and they go like to do something to get into your house and it's like, wait a minute, what's your name? And he's like, Phil. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like
Phil
that.
what? Phil Dracula. Damn it! Like
exactly.
the comedy of it every time.
I mean, it's the oversized Publishers Clearinghouse check.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's good.
why are you showing up at 2 a.m. to drop off this check?
I got late for. Damn it! Just every time. I'll get it to your house.
She goes, come on. And he goes, then the guy goes, wait a minute. What are those poking through the check? The two
I love the idea of it being the same person and they're clearly just, The joke of this is that person is smart and Dracula is an idiot. He's trying to do this thing over and over and over.
It's a filmable sketch.
It is.
TM.
Yep.
Next email, also from September. Star Wars Kid update. Listening to the latest episode really made me want to know what he was up to now as well. Here's an article I found. Summarizing the article, he has a PhD and he's getting a law degree. Yes. And, and is like, hey... Yes.
All right, we got to update aretheok.com.
That is a win for, let's just say, heavy-set tub boys in school loving movies.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it feels like to be that, but I appreciate that this kid got a win. PhD and going for a law degree.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So he can't really pin down what he wants to do.
No idea.
What's the PhD in?
I didn't say.
Jedis?
Yes.
Lightsabers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sabering.
It's a fight choreography. This email is from September 17th. It's from Chad. Hi, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. The subject line, you win in audio only. Hi, guys. You have officially become my favorite podcast, surpassing TESD, whom I found you from, and am a Patreon member of. I download your episodes immediately to listen to them. Love what you are doing.
Wow. And we provide that for free.
However, I've only ever listened to your episodes. Yes, even 43B with Andrew Chavone.
43B.
Oh, you listened to that?
I love it.
Can you give me your elevator pitch for watching versus listening? I love Chuck's work on the TESD stuff, so I have no doubt it's produced beautifully, but have a 2-year-old and have very little time to watch things unless it's late and in bed. Ray gets it.
S&M. Say no more.
Keep up the good work. Sorry, Brad, for the Bears this week and probably every week going forward this season. Chad.
Yep.
They did lose another 4 games after that email.
I was ready to go hard on a pitch here to get him to watch the show instead of just listen. 2-year-old? Dude, just listen.
Well,
and thank you for having enough time to listen.
Let your 2-year-old watch.
We'll
babysit.
Can I give my truth? Can I give my truth?
Please
Can I
do.
speak my truth?
Chuck Truth.
My truth is this. I think that watching podcasts is a little weird. I don't watch podcasts. I only listen to them.
Can't do it.
However,
Good try.
In the dawn of multiple monitors, working from home and all that stuff, the idea of having it to the side, when realistically what you're doing is something and listening, and once in a while you glance over, I have to imagine that's the way that people watch podcasts.
Love making.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But
something's got to be on in the background.
But the thing is, 2 things. One, when we started the podcast, we decided to do video as well because YouTube has become one of the biggest places that people actually consume podcasts.
Yep.
2, I'd say we are dedicated to making a weekly show that can be just listened to. Yep. And if we do something that should be visual, which is like Psychic Trivia or Dude Let's Beat or some of the Clerk show we showed, like we try to make
that
those...
naked episode we did.
Yeah, the naked one. We try to make those bonuses. So that the audio people still get an episode that week.
And it's tough too because there's often I come from a background of doing more audio sketch kind of stuff.
Yep.
Right? Like with Ray and Derek, we did that all the time. We've played some of those episodes on this podcast. And sometimes I struggle with I want to do this thing, but it would require post-production for the audio.
Yeah.
Little things. Like, let's say for some reason I wanted to have a computer voice. Do a thing.
I can't imagine where
it's
that would be.
Yeah, I would love to be able to just plug it in after the fact, but it wouldn't really feel right doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for something like that, I'd have to be juggling a phone, an iPad, things I've prepared, written statements, all that stuff. But no, I get it. But we do try and tailor to both for sure.
Yeah.
I think again with a 2-year-old, you win. That's the card to play. You don't need to watch. It's fine.
I think basically for me it would just be listen, and then if we did that terrible haircut episode where I'm going to throw up pictures of how crazy my haircut was. go check that moment out.
Yeah.
And then some of the bonus stuff will be video. Like I think Psychic Trivia needs to be visual because of our boards.
Yep.
But I think that if you're an audio listener for the main episodes, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If you want to put us on in the background once in a while, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say audio only. I think having to see myself every week on video has made me like my body less. Where I feel like my brow has gone further and further out, and my eyes have gotten beadier and beadier.
Dude, I'm with you.
You don't like your eyes? I love your eyes.
No, you are the biggest cause for me hating my eyes.
What do you? I just said I love your eyes.
Nope.
I hate the way I look on the podcast.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Really?
I hate that in the studio when we shoot there, because we're here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fine, I think. The table is higher.
Yes. Counter height table.
Yeah, the table is higher, and the camera is more directly towards me. When we shoot in the studio, the camera is more to the side. That table is pretty low. Those chairs are not ideal for me. And I have to put like the arms pretty high.
Yeah.
And all I see when I watch it, if I go through and like check stuff for it or whatever, all I see is my big fat body barely in this chair, and then gut spilling over the table, and I hate myself supremely.
See, Chuck doesn't
that's
notice
it.
these things.
Chuck doesn't because he just cares about his angle
Yeah.
and the way he looks.
Well, my angle is the same as your angle.
He's like,
angle.
hey, guy with a birthmark on your left eye, I want you to sit on that side with your eye to the camera because I have a better side on this side.
No.
You have said that to me.
Well, I said no because our hair is parted on opposite sides, so our hair is parted on the sides that we're away from.
Okay.
Your hair is also parted on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So, like having a camera on you from the other side, your hair is parted this weird way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you're in the best position. You're back.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Why are we talking about this on air?
If I was across from where I am usually,
Yeah.
is that the same position pretty much?
if
pretty
you were
much.
across from where you were?
Yeah, like if there was someone next to you.
Yeah, that you're in? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
basically.
much same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I also I watch because I cut the clips for the podcast.
Now we're just talking about how much we hate ourselves.
Well, and
This
that's
is
what
fun.
it is. Where I'm like, oh, I'm not funny. I'm like, these guys.
Now you're turning me into this.
These guys have zingers. I'm zingless.
How about this? Let's say a positive, because I do
Yes.
genuinely hate the way I look on.
By the way,
on the podcast.
can I just say right now?
Yeah.
I hate myself. I think I'm the ugliest person that ever lived.
See, he can't even
No.
let us just self-loathe.
No, how come you guys get to self-loathe? You
Go
stealing
ahead.
all the self-loathing? I hate the way I look. I talk about how ugly I am all the time. I am concerned whenever I leave my house.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's because of the APB.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's because you match all those wanted posters.
no,
in
it's
the post
my
up.
gap tooth and my nostrils.
No, but
and my
the
squint
angle,
eyes.
the angle thing, I would love to fix in some way. I
Okay.
genuinely would, and it sucks that like the chair just pushes me forward. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. Let's turn it into a positive.
Okay.
Okay. I will say this about the podcast: whenever I have looked back at it and watched the video part,
Yes.
I personally think we all do a pretty good job of hiding some of the negative things that we are thinking of each other that come out before and after the podcast.
Yeah, we do a pretty good job.
We do a pretty good job. Sometimes it can't be hidden. Sometimes it cannot be hidden. But there's been moments where like I know what I was thinking.
Yep.
But you can't even see it unless you look close.
I question.
Don't look close.
Question where he got his PhD.
Star Wars University, probably.
I was thinking Dr. Genius. Where did he go? This is from September 17th. Subject: hand sewn Chuck.
hand sewn.
Was at an art fair where someone had a booth to live sew your portrait. They had a bunch of examples outside the booth, and this one reminded me of Chuck after getting stung in the mouth by a bunch of bees, presumably after putting his face in an actual honey pot.
Wow.
That
We'll
is a
put
picture.
that. We'll put. See, now this is a reason to watch this episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this here. That's great. You got to send that
Yeah.
to me.
All right. I mean, it's in the Funbearable email.
All right. I'll try to remember that.
Forward.
Wow. See, that's a good
Yeah.
reason to check in. Now you can see that picture.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Now you can do that.
Chuck looks
If you want to know what the picture looks like, imagine if the person who sat for the sketch artist to describe DB Cooper was describing Chuck Staten.
Perfect. All right, I have 4 more in
Think of that.
I have 4 more in September, and then we'll call it an ep.
Okay.
Yeah.
September 19th, Hitchhiker's Guide. Hey, Brad, Chuck and Ray too, if they care.
If they care.
I've heard you make a couple of references to H2G2, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Over the past year or two, I've been listening and thought you might be interested in my collection of Douglas Adams radio shows and other things. And then he provides a link with all the audio stuff, vinyl.
So this is pirated stuff, peer-to-peer kind of thing.
We don't know that.
No, it could be shareable.
Legit, yeah. P.S. I enjoy the pod the most when you were just some guys talking.
Wow.
Hey, that's mostly us.
Ray often gets annoyed when things get off topic or when it takes 40 minutes to even find a topic, but that's the fun part, for me at least. By the way, I think I get more
I was going to
annoyed
say, I
than
think
you.
Ray loves to shoot us in those directions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
get
like
annoyed.
to go to funny.
Yeah.
You like to go to, I don't know, like a daily journal, and then you like to do the topic, right? Like, I think that's the thing. We all have flaws.
There's
That's all I'm saying.
there's a postscript here,
Oh,
and
shit.
I think we
Did
found
I just gorp myself in the mouth?
no, I think we found Charles's flaw. PPS. Bring back Dr. McFrankenstein.
This guy is unreliable witness. Unreliable
We've gotten a
witness.
few of those, huh?
One guy said it, and now it's a few?
No, someone already said it in
Oh,
this
yeah, that's right,
episode,
that's
and
2.
someone said it last time.
Okay, so what that's telling me is our listenership is weird and damaged.
From September 23rd, this is from Chewy. This podcast has quickly become one of my absolute favorite things to listen to.
Do you think Chewbacca would listen to podcasts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they'd be like,
I mean, he's,
you know, whatever he does.
well, they're not necessarily all in Wookiee.
Oh, maybe he only listens to Wookiee-based
Yeah,
podcasts.
that's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Wook Rogan. He's listening. No. Chew Rogan. No.
Mark,
Lumpy.
Bachmarin?
Lumpy.
Lumpy. Oh, fucking Lumpy.
I came here from listening to Tuesdays with Stories, and I'm now much more a fun bear than a Tuesday, although I'm still both. And because I'm actually gay and a bear, it just works for both.
Yeah,
That's perfect. That is a fucking beautiful coming together.
I think so.
know?
I'm a UPS driver, and steadily going through the back catalog gets me through my days. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. It's mildly dangerous at times as I'm careening down the road, laughing uncontrollably.
I love careening. I love
Honey?
when people use that.
Honey, there's a large gay man with a package outside laughing maniacally. Speaking of bears, I guess I will bring this up now because
Yeah.
this was in my little phone list of things to bring up on the podcast, and
Sure.
this feels organic. I have an embarrassing thing to tell you.
I think did you allude to this to me?
Yeah,
We got to go with this.
I did allude.
Okay.
He alluded.
I alluded.
We can stop now.
What is this? A Seinfeld? He alluded, Jerry. But so this happened. So a while back, like long pre-pandemic period of time, I came upon a large men's clothing brand
Got it.
that did boxer briefs, right? But they were like bamboo-y and stretchy and cool, called Bare Naked.
Right.
I recommend Bare Naked. They were actually like phenomenal undies.
Is this the ones you did the lingerie shoot for?
Yeah, so this is what happened. It wasn't lingerie. You say lingerie, everybody's picturing silk stockings.
And Santa's
hello.
Santa's got a bib
my.
on.
Yeah.
And for some reason, a knife and fork.
Ray with lingerie that's like nippleless and crotchless. That'd be so gross.
What do you mean? Imagine. Let me just pull it up.
Santa's like, wow, that underwear is very nice. It's a beautiful wrapper for that candy I'm going to get into. It's like a present. The wrapping's so beautiful, I don't want to rip into it yet. So anyway, so they were really nice. I had just sent like a quick email saying like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find like
Yeah.
good modern things for big guys. And the owner of the company had been a stand-up comic and like looked me up and enjoyed the stuff.
Yep.
And he was like, I'm going to send you a bunch of underwear.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I was like, hey, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wore it, loved it, great underwear. And at the time, I was doing, I was working some shows at this retreat place in the Berkshires. And like the package was weird. Like every once in a while, they would like to have a comedian come.
Okay.
And so I went, and the deal is like, yeah, you do your show, pay you whatever, but you get 2 nights at this retreat.
Nice.
At this resort. And it's like a spa, like a health spa. It's very health oriented, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I don't find it appealing.
Yep.
But my wife would love it,
Yeah.
right? When I think like a retreat place, I want to do like relaxation, be out in nature,
Yeah.
Sure.
do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. This was like, we do yoga at 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. The food wasn't great because it was all like super healthy stuff.
Gross.
But they had like a wild mushroom like thing that they would make that was fucking amazing. It was so good. But anyway, so I do the show. I think I did this twice. They liked it the first time. They asked me back again. After that, I was like, I'm good. We did the thing. So I brought my wife with me. She loved it. She crack of dawn. She's up. She's doing every possible like program thing that's there. They also have like basically it's for super fucking rich people.
Yeah,
that's
imagine,
the whole
right?
deal. Right?
That's what I would think.
Yeah, like per night we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business.
This is also a place where like if you're super rich on the East Coast and you want to go to rehab, like they have a separate wing
Got it.
for that, and it's just like, so you're fine.
Yeah.
You're going canoeing. Cool. But bumped into John Mulaney. No, no, it's a unique experience that I had. So I was there, and I'm with my wife, and it was right when I had like gotten the underwear, and I was like, this underwear is great. It's so cool. And I was like, you know what? I want to be let me help too, right?
Yeah.
Let me spread the word on this because I'm really appreciative. So I'm wearing a pair of the boxers. So I lay on the bed and I have a pillow tastefully in front of my shame, right? So nothing that I'm not wearing a shirt, but you can't see anything, but you can see the underwear.
Right.
My wife takes a picture. I post it and I tag bare naked,
Right.
because I had seen like, other customers are doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, what I didn't look closely enough at was some of the common themes of the posts,
Such as?
a healthy appreciation for large and in charge gay gentlemen,
Okay.
bears.
Yeah.
The company name is Bare Naked.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's when it kind of like dawned on me as I'm scrolling, right? Because they reposted my post.
Yeah.
But their hashtags, my hashtag was just Bare Naked.
Yep.
Their hashtags were like plus size model, like bears, gay men, like all these things.
Spread my hole. Put 2 in me.
Gorp,
You could fit
gorp
3.
Gorp me hard.
You could fit 8.
8. How dare you? But no, jokes aside, like I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Hashtag this is for you, Santa.
Santa was a redhead downstairs. But like there was no part of me that was like, oh no, now gay guys, they're looking at my, there was none of that shit.
Of course.
It was, at first it was just funny that this was kind of being channeled that way,
Right.
And especially being somebody we just 5 minutes ago, we're talking about like how much we hate our bodies and how much I'm a big fat piece of shit and blah, blah, blah. And now this picture is there. So it was entertaining to me.
Yeah.
What I didn't expect was finding out that I guess I'm a type for some folks.
Oh, yeah.
And the comments that were on this thing, some messages that came through.
Whoa.
And I was like, guys, I didn't mean for this, right? But like being so self-conscious and being so my wife, my son, and my mother are the only living people that have seen me without a shirt on. Right? Like truly.
I
you
like
know
the
what
idea,
I mean?
you know, you're driving home, and Kalina snaps at you for something, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're
I could run away, I could run away, and there are a lot of men who would be happy to take me in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all seen.
Looks like Twink Baby 82.
Well.
We've all seen a big commenter and supporter of my social media posts is my buddy Esteban.
Yeah.
And he's a gay guy who has a little crush on me, and I think it's very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it. Sometimes he says things that are a little bit more adult themed than is great for my public Instagram, but it's just a nice thing. It's like a little feather in your cap.
It's nice knowing there's somebody out there that's like gorping it hard to this business. Yeah. But it was really funny to be so innocent in the idea of what I was doing. I was trying to do it like, I think it's great. Like in my head before I was so dumb and I just didn't connect the dots. And in my head, I'm like, this is great. This is a really forward brand who's like, fuck it. These guys are big and they should have cool modern underwear.
Yeah.
Fuck this. And they look great in that underwear.
Yeah.
I thought it was that, like, I thought it was a fucking Dove commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Body positivity kind of thing.
You thought you were Ashley Graham for men.
Yeah, I'm like, this is great. And then I got in there and I'm like, it's like a comedy where you're in the bar, you know what I mean? And it's like, wow, everybody's being really nice to me in this bar. And then you look around and the camera shows like guys talking, guys talking closer, guys kissing, guys gorping. Right?
Isn't that in something?
I think it's in like 50 things.
Yeah.
But it was really, really funny to have that experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing unpleasant happened. It was all very nice.
Of course. No,
and
I
if
think
anything, it fucking like made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with it. I agree with that 100%.
Bare Naked, check them out. They make great underwear in all sizes, average and large set. So I would say check them out for sure. Yeah. And I'll have to find that picture. I don't know. I don't think I want to put it up here on the podcast.
That's in your public Instagram, isn't it?
Your choice. Challenge by choice.
Here's a reason not to watch the video version. I'm going to send you the video, the pic, so you can put it up.
Please do, yeah.
But
it's a nice picture. I like it. You look curious.
You printed it out, and it's in your wallet.
It's in my wall, not on my wall.
Yeah, no.
I reach into a hole.
Oh, I said wallet.
Oh.
And you're like, I put it in my wall.
In my spank wall.
In my spank wall.
When we worked at Movie Stop, we had a hole in the wall, and
this is more innocent than you would think from Joe.
Oh, okay.
When we would steal candy, we would shove all the wrappers. We would get away with it.
Oh man, did you guys blame it on Spanky?
We would just
Buckwheat came in. He's like, I got all this candy. Oh no, that's what is it? Frog? Froggy? Froggy came in. I got all this candy. Yeah. Come on, man. Let me just hide it in your wall.
You were like,
Chuck's good for it. Come on, Brad. Shut your fucking mouth. Help me hide this candy.
I just love that. I say that and you go, it's more innocent than you think.
You're like when we stole candy.
Yeah.
Oh man. When we used to take pies off the windowsills. We would hide them in the wall.
In between,
we call it pie wall.
In between stickball games.
But that's just it reminded me of that, and I wanted to share that because it's a bizarre. Like it came back to me one night where I went, "Oh yeah, that thing happened."
Yeah.
Before this podcast existed, right? And I'm like, that's like podcast fodder for sure.
Oh, that's great. No, I love it. I love it.
Ridiculous.
Well, folks, thank you all for hanging out with us in this mail sack episode. We made it almost all the way through September of 2023.
We're getting there.
So, I mean, but by the time we do get there, we'll have moved again.
And guess what? Knows? Spooky season's coming up in the emails.
Yep.
October.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Halloween too.
That's going to be very fun.
That's 3.
Yep. But yeah, if you
season of the wall pie.
If you can make it out to the Winter Funderland show on February 25th at the Comedy Connection in East Providence, Rhode Island, we'd love to see you there.
Yes,
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, we'll.
And if you want to contribute to a future mail sack episode, send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com. Or if you want to send us an email and say, hey, please don't read this on the pod, that's fine
totally
too.
fine too. Yeah,
funbearablepod@gmail.com.
We've gotten many emails that say like, I don't want this read on the podcast. Not many, but a handful.
A couple,
enough.
The really.
I know. Yeah, we had some that we had to legally turn over to the authorities.
The jinx.
Yeah.
And one I showed to a detective that's been working on that email case. He threw up.
Yeah.
He threw up.
Yeah. But that was my response to the guy that you showed him. So.
Oh, okay. He's a seasoned detective.
Yes.
Can I give you a little bit of a little
And that's
tease?
why you hate him.
There's a little tease for something that's going to happen.
He's never going to catch me.
It's a little tease of something that's going to happen in the future. I did a thing. I got to be very vague about it. A long time ago, and I don't want to spoil it. And I looked back in the email that I needed to use for it, and Google had sent me an alert that said the FBI contacted us, and we had to give your information over to them legally. And someday that's going to come to fruition, and you're going to find out why.
Okay.
Oh, wasn't that Barry?
Yes.
The AI that I was working on?
Yeah.
I think so.
Still,
It's a real thing.
Still in
Yeah.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I have suspicions. Chuck Staten.
I have a
Jim Miller.
suspect.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Email us about anything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Happy to get it.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
for Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
Can I just throw this out there?
Yeah, please do.
I talked about how I showed myself in a sultry situation. And I think what the viewer listeners are going to want is a Funbearable calendar.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I would do it too, but don't expect me to pose in a sexy way.
I mean, would you wear just your undies?
No.
What if they were long underwear?
What if they were a Union Jack
su-
suit or
union-
whatever?
union
Union
suit.
suit. Yeah.
What's a union suit?
That was full body
Full
one
body.
with the
but
flap.
you have to have the flap unbuttoned.
Nobody wants to see that. When I went in for my colonoscopy, I apologized to the doctor for my dumb butt.
When he was like drugged up.
Yeah. And then the doctor said, "Oh, it's not your fault. Your butt's so dumb." But how much undressed would you get for a calendar for charity? We would donate all of the proceeds to people who really truly need it.
I would go tank top, tidy whities.
When are we?
Tidy whities.
When are we shooting
It's a lot
this?
of upper thigh.
I can tan.
All right.
Gotta go.